Welcome to Invictus Motors. Today we've got the Range Rover Vogue. This is the 4.4 litre, the SD-V8 engine in this, and it has been a personal vehicle of our family for the past year and a bit, and we've done roughly 7,000 miles in it. And the review is on why you should buy this version of the Range Rover Vogues, and at the same time why I think the L405 Range Rovers, I think they're exquisite to look at, absolutely amazing to drive, and overall the reliability alongside the performance and what you get for your money, I think is superbly phenomenal value for money really. 93% of our viewers on this channel haven't subscribed, so don't forget to press that subscribe button. We make money out of YouTube and we donate that to a UK registered charity. They're in the process of building a school and always building wells in Afghanistan, so every single penny helps. And as this winter that is on the horizon, that's coming, we will be doing a lot of food packages in Afghanistan. So, you know, every single minute of you watching our videos, subscribing, commenting and giving us a thumbs up helps a long way, because that increases our YouTube revenue. Now back to this Range Rover Vogue. Firstly, from an engine point of view, this has the 4.4 litre V8 engine, so it's no slouch, unlike the SD V6, which I think doesn't have the extra bit of an oomph. You do definitely have that in the SD V8. Performance wise, this produces 340 brake horsepower, circa 700 Newton meters of torque, and the 0 to 60 miles per hour is possible in 6.5 seconds. And it isn't just the performance that you get into in a vehicle like this. This has the 4-wheel drive system, alongside the fact it has the 8-speed ZF transmission, which makes it absolutely amazing to drive. And you've got the 4-corner air suspension. Spec wise, it's finished in the Santorini black. You've got the LED daytime running lights, LED indicators, and not only the front looks absolutely exquisite on this Range Rover, alongside the rear too. You've also got the 22-inch blacked out alloys, which complements the vehicle extremely well, alongside the fact that something like this is finished in this beautiful silver color. What I've always loved about this version of the Range Rover is the fact that you've got this very spacious boot space, very similar to the previous iterations as well. I mean, we go out to hikes a lot, so we need something comfortable, a car that we could possibly sit in for, you know, 300, 400 miles, and, you know, at the same time get really good MPG. Which brings me to the topic that this has the Euro 6 engine. Not only is it both ULEZ compliant, or with the Euro 6 engine, you also get phenomenal economy. I mean, I've been able to get circa 39 miles per gallon on the motorway on this, and in terms of combined MPG in and around town or the city, you'll be looking at anywhere between sort of 30 to 34 miles per gallon. All depends on how you drive it. Now let's get on to the inside and tell you more about all the premium specification that you have in this. I haven't actually opened the door. As you saw from the side door mirrors, the car was locked, so immediately you've got the keyless entry system. And as soon as you walk into the inside of the vehicle, you're welcomed by the Windsor perforated leather, which makes it really nice to sit on. Both the front and the rear seats are heated, and you've also got the premium climate control system as an optional. The steering wheel is wrapped in this beautiful leather, which is also heated. It has cruise control capability. You can both connect your mobile phone for music and telephone calls, and have this multifunctional steering wheel, alongside the fact you've got a fully working navigation system. Currently it's done just under 73,000 miles. The seats are also they also have lumbar support. They're, you know, something like 16-way electrically adjustable, and they also have memory configuration, so you can store the seating position to your key. Additionally, you've got the premium sound system, the side folding doors, the armrests are finished in premium leather, and underneath the handrest here, you've got the navigation connectivity, as well as aux. If you need to plug in another phone right there as well, you can do so. And you've got the fridge in here as well, so you can just switch it on and keep your drinks nice and cold. Now let's go to the back of the vehicle. At the back, we've got the phenomenal Windsor perforated leather. And should you want, you can just bring this down. If you don't have a third passenger sitting in the middle, and you've got the climate control zone for the back here as well. And something that is a must on these Range Rovers, personally for me, is the sort of double panoramic roof. This isn't just a fixed panoramic roof. The whole of the front section you can actually open and close it, which is working absolutely perfectly. Let's get behind the wheel, drive it, and just give you a little bit of my view on what they're like to drive, also performance, and whether I consider you to buy one of these. Of course, we've had one of these. I'm a huge fan of this. We as a family are a huge fan of this. My mum, as a matter of fact, really likes it too, because it's comfortable and you're sitting nice and high. And above all, it's not only ULEZ compliant, you also get very good economy for it. For a car this size, this luxurious, I think it's phenomenal value for money. Let's get behind the steering wheel. Right from the get-go, you've got the keyless access into the vehicle, keyless start, and the car fires up first time. Now you've got this beautiful gear shift that is also an optional because it's finished in leather, as you can see at the top. And one thing that is really nice about this Vogue is the fact that this has ambient lighting. And I think you also saw the rear view camera come up, which is a very handy little option to have. Immediately from the get-go, these cars are super comfortable. They're extremely nice to drive, and just have a very high seating position, which makes it very enjoyable and extremely fun. Now, I'm doing circa 50 miles per hour, and having the sliding panoramic roof opened, it just didn't feel noisy from an outside noise point of view, from an air point of view. So I'll leave it open and just sort of enjoy the drive. The ZF gearbox in this, obviously it has the dual clutch gearbox, which makes it very comfortable to drive. You're not going in an order in terms of gear changes, in terms of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. You've got one clutch that works off odd numbers, and the second clutch will work off even numbers. So very easy and comfortable with the gearbox to drive something like this. And coming out of this junction immediately, it's super easy getting out that junction, and it picks up speed extremely well. Just to kind of recap the performance figures on this, from the engine, this has the V8 4.4 litre engine, so that produces 340 brake horsepower, 700 Newton meters of torque. So extremely torquey these cars are, and the 0 to 62 miles per hour is possible in 6.5 seconds. Now, additionally, the top speed on something like this is very much in the high 140 miles an hour from memory. Don't hold me to it, that's one thing that I hadn't researched. But the top speed is very comfortable. To get up to this top speed in these is very comfortable. Sometimes on a motorway, despite doing close to 100 miles an hour, which I wouldn't encourage people to be breaking the legal speed limits, but on occasions where I have found it to be at speeds like that, it's very deceptive, because you don't for a moment think that you're doing that sort of speeds. But that just goes to show the kind of a difference having the V8 engine has over the V6. But the other thing is, you know, coming out of junctions, just, you know, in traffic, etc., the V8 tends to be a lot more responsive and also much more economical. And this is speaking from experience, having driven quite a few of the V6s alongside the V8s. So when we wanted one of these as a family car, for us the V8 was an absolute must. This also has a full service history. Some of it is main dealer, and some of the recent service history has all been done at a specialist. I mean, we have replaced things like brakes, control arms, and have carried out a major service. And as long as you take this into a specialist from a maintenance point of view, this doesn't cost much to maintain. Now, lastly, in terms of the number of owners, from memory, I think this vehicle has 2 owners from new. And hopefully I've sort of covered this car, you know, in good light, and have, you know, illustrated and shown all the spec it has. I mean, I haven't even gone through half of the spec on the vehicle, because there's so much spec to remember, you know, on something like this. So I've done as best as I could to cover as much as, you know, I knew about this. You know, I'm sure there are, you know, bits of spec in terms of additional spec that I've not remembered. But you know, the air suspension works absolutely perfectly on this. You can lower it or increase the height as and when you like, to kind of suit you to be able to drive it comfortably. So just wanted to say thank you once again, you know, for watching us and following us in this video, and see you in future reviews. Don't forget once again to subscribe, and see you next time. Bye bye.